And at some point in time, we want to develop some skill acquisition. We take all that neuro recruitment, we teach you what to do. And lock them in, lock them in. Very good. Nice job. Continue on. So we've got that emphasis on your piriformis. We've got a good line from the ankle bones, bypassing the knees and going straight through the hips, through the spine, through the shoulders. And if they can hold a good streamlined position, from there, lock that in and try to hold the clamshell open. Nice job, Alex. It's all about skill acquisition. In the background, we got a little bit of manual resistance butterfly. We've got Carrie holding that butterfly position. Carrie, try to concentrate on keeping your back down, keeping your belly button drawn in. And then we're going to fight that adduction, so hold that line. Partner is going to drop down in the hole as if they're depressing, descending into a push-up position. Once they get about that 45-degree range, they're going to flip those hands over and think about keeping the elevator door from closing. Good job. Atta girl, Carrie. And way to be a good partner. Good job, Nancy. Good, Ash. All right, yeah, out of our yoga posture, we've got a little bit of child's pose. We've got that tailbone tucked up underneath you, so we're trying to elongate that line, get a little bit of passive posterior pelvic tilt. Now from that position, athletes are instructed to walk those hands out as far as you possibly can without losing that posterior tilt, thus elongating that back. Now once we've got that established, we're going to work on a little bit of thoracic spine rotation. So from there, we're going to take and use that shoulder blade to initiate rotation. Lead yourself around while trying to keep that bottom goggle in the water. So from there, we're going to rotate. That rotation not only increases range of motion with the thoracic spine, but we're also challenging your ability to not reduce your streamline reach. So from there, can we rotate over without it negatively pulling away from an efficient body position? Yeah, I was going to say, go straight. Floor as you can possibly keep it. Now make sure your midsection stays in tight. We want to protect that neutral spine position as you fight some hip flexion. We can increase the range of that motion if we keep that spine down. If you start to roll up, you're going to start to shorten that hip flexor line, so it's very important you keep that low back pressing down in opposite direction. Very good. We just try to keep that single leg up in the air in terms of a slightly hip flex because it'll keep that contralateral side a little bit more relaxed, and you can relax that hip flexor and then work on those asymmetries between right and left halves. Hold that line. Very good. Now, once you get to right about yay, tighten that midsection up and keep that low back pressing down on the floor as some pressure is applied that you can't possibly overcome. Snap, snap. Good. Really concentrate on the drawing back between 1 and 2. There it is. Good. Draw it back and fire. Turn your hips, turn your hips. Nice job. There it is. That's it. Good. Make sure you reset your foot before you jump. Now remember, the whole goal of rotating is to challenge your ability to not over-rotate your knees on landing. So you really have to drive your butt back. Force your hips back. Force your butt back on landing. That's good, Maddie. Good. And good. See, that's perfect. Right there, Ash. Good job. Very good. Feel that left knee? That left knee continues to rotate. Drive your butt back and it'll stop it from rotating. When you're going through functional anatomy, you have to remember that the hamstrings do not cause internal or external rotation. They're decelerating an excessive amount of internal rotation. There's a big difference between the two when you talk about relations of preparing somebody to be prepared and effective versus just working on musculature. So, push your hips back. See, that's perfect. Very good. That's it. That's very good, Ash. Nice job. So your job is to drive your hips back so much that those hamstrings engage and they keep your knees from over-rotating internal or external. Now press your back foot into the floor. Good. Big line. Get that sternum up, Ash. Atta girl. Now set your foot and big jumps. Butt back. Awesome. Much better. I'd much rather you fall backwards than pitch forward or let your knees over-rotate, so that's fine. All right, bring some thunder, please. Good. Yep. All right, we have our active PNF lunge position. We're looking for shoelaces pressing comfortably into the floor that should draw that quad hip flexor line down while they push that big weight up over top, pulling on that front line, giving a good stretch, an active PNF stretch right through that line. And then at that point in time, we want to structurally integrate into a good postural work where we keep that weight up over their head and they try to explosively jump out of the hole and then yank it down like a rebound and catch in a good athletic squat, driving your butt back and down. Very good. And again, really focus in on getting the athletes to drive their hips back and down to thus control an over-rotation of those knees. From this position, we've got a right lunge. We're going to spin. Beautiful job to the right. And from a left lunge, spinning to the right, and then we'll do the same thing with a left spin. Good. Good. Keep that back. Make sure our spine stays vertical and commit to that quadruple extension. Really feeling all of the musculature extending from the ankles through the knees through the hips and thus positively affecting extension of the spine. Up. Nice job.